Never a fan of too much human interaction, always happy to work alone, and stunning other people with their innovative thought process and out-of-the-box ideas, the INTJ personality type is known as the Architect or Mastermind. But despite being incredibly hardworking, focused, decisive, and thoughtful, the life of someone who belongs to the INTJ personality type can be quite difficult. Because they are different from the majority of people, the INTJ faces a variety of unique challenges. Being different makes the INTJ feel separate from the rest of the world, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. While feeling different may not bother the INTJ, it can bring them problems and struggles throughout their lives. Today I'm talking about the top 7 daily struggles for an INTJ. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get daily videos created to give you the tools to level up your life. Starting us off in the number 7 daily INTJ struggle is not being social in a social world. No, they don't necessarily care what's new in your life or about the weather. And no, they're not really interested in what show you watch on Netflix. INTJs use their introverted intuition and extroverted thinking to constantly analyze everything around them. As a result, they are simply not interested in making small talk. Socializing and engaging themselves in conversations with other people can be extremely vexing for them. This is also why they despise crowds and usually avoid being close to most other people. Due to their extremely focused and driven nature, they rarely spend social energy on useless conversations and chit-chat. Instead, they try to avoid people who are unnecessarily taking up their time and slowing them down. If you have a friend who belongs to the INTJ personality type, you already know that they don't care about random conversation and they don't inquire about topics that they think is a waste of time. An INTJ personality type usually prefers to discuss things only when something important comes up. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, in a world that is so social, it can come across as rude or arrogant, making life a little more challenging for an INTJ. Next up, and number 6, is they appear to be too rigid or strict. One of the biggest reasons why having a friend who belongs to the INTJ personality type is a huge blessing is because they are extremely reliable and you can always count on them. Whatever the project or plan, they will always show up. That is an admirable quality for the INTJ to have. However, it can lead them to expect other people to be as reliable or dependable as they are. This expectation usually leads to disappointment since no one is more reliable than an INTJ. Along with that disappointment can come frustrations towards other people. This is often perceived as being too rigid or strict, when in all honesty, an INTJ is just wondering why they just can't show up on time. This can obviously rub people the wrong way and give the misconception that an INTJ is unfriendly or inflexible and cause them a lot of added stress. Number 5 on today's list is their need for credibility. Due to their extremely driven and hardworking nature, the INTJ personality type doesn't believe in wasting time on people-pleasing or flattering their superiors. The only thing they respect in a superior is credibility, and the one thing they demand is credibility. Giving orders, bossing around, and trying to control an INTJ is an incredibly hard, if not an impossible task. Earning an INTJ's respect and being able to give them orders without them rolling their eyes at you can be pretty challenging. Don't get me wrong, an INTJ is an excellent team player as long as they are being utilized on meaningful tasks to their full potential. But when they are being led by incompetence, it can be frustrating and draining for them. As a result, an INTJ can make their frustration known and attempt to take things over. Although they do already know the best way to do things to accomplish the task, being INTJ architects, this will undoubtedly not come across well to others or to their benefit. If you've gotten some value from this video so far, please show your appreciation and hit that like button. That signals YouTube that you think other people could benefit from this video too. The number 4 daily struggle for an INTJ is dealing with hasty people. As I mentioned earlier, this personality type is extremely precise and efficient when it comes to the execution of a task. So it isn't that hard to guess that for someone as efficient as an INTJ personality, Inefficiency is one of the biggest things that can tick them off. If you were working in a group project with an INTJ, you can be sure that they will check out what everyone else is doing. Their research and preparation is always top tier, and they won't allow anyone else to mess up or detract them from achieving that goal. People might find an INTJ a little annoying and controlling for constantly checking on others, and whether they are being careless or not. Whether it is an event, a project, or presentation, the INTJ personality type believes in paying attention to the smallest details and taking their time with them. When they are working with others as a team, they expect others to be as efficient and as serious as they are. So if they are working with a hasty or careless person, their temper easily rises and they don't have an ounce of tolerance in them. Starting our top 3 today is dealing with unnecessary limitations. One of the most interesting aspects of the personality of an INTJ is that they are extremely creative. They don't believe in societal limitations and unnecessary obligations. They don't care about how other people think of them, and they never try to keep up with the trends. An INTJ personality type is a strong-headed person, and they don't believe in blending in with other people. They don't care if they stand out from the crowd or if they're getting unnecessary attention. If an INTJ has something in mind, they will do it, no matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how much people are opposing them or how they might seem rude, obsessive, or insensitive. But don't blame them. It is the perfectionism and their ability to already know the right path for success. Most other people don't understand this, which can lead an INTJ feeling even more isolated and frustrated. It's best not to try to control them to show your dominance. It's going to backfire. The only acceptable reason behind attempting to control an INTJ is so that they can succeed and be closer to the goals that they have chosen for themselves. However, typically an INTJ doesn't need any of those things since they are exceedingly capable of self-motivation. In the runner-up spot and the number 2 daily struggle for an INTJ is wasting time and being non-serious. One of the only times you will see an INTJ at a family gathering or a friend's get-together is when someone has forced them or is continuously nagging them to join. The only thing they think of before making a decision is, will this get me closer to my goal? This personality type happens to be extremely driven, determined, and focused, so it's extremely unlikely that you will find them partying or wasting time on a weekend when they can just sit, relax and recharge, or mentally prepare the strategy for the incoming week. When you are working or dealing with an INTJ, never, and I mean never, mess around while you're working. This is one of the biggest pet peeves of the INTJ personality type. When they are working, they don't want anyone to unnecessarily mess around or crack jokes or distract them. This can make an INTJ appear unfriendly and can be a turnoff for a lot of people. Topping our list and the number 1 daily struggle for an INTJ is betrayal. You might be thinking, well, no one likes to be betrayed, so what is so special about that when we are talking about the INTJ personality type? Well, let me explain the emotional abilities of the INTJ. They use introverted feelings, so they keep everything inside, don't really express them, and don't rely on others' feelings when making decisions. Yes, they will be good listeners when you are talking about your emotions and personal issues if they are willing to listen. Emphasis on the word willing. On the other hand, if you want an INTJ to talk about their emotions or how they are a little overworked, stressed, or a little upset because something someone said to them, they would probably rather jump off a bridge. This is also one of the biggest reasons behind the stress in a relationship between an INTJ and someone else. When an INTJ trusts you with their vulnerabilities or emotions, make sure to treasure them as much as you can. They don't open up or offer their inner world to just anyone. It is extremely hard for them to get over betrayal and to trust someone again, as it takes them a little extra effort than the other personality types to trust someone with their emotional side. Nothing is more important to an INTJ than loyalty when it comes to their relationships. This can set them up for some hard days because there are very few people that are more loyal and dedicated than an INTJ. Most challenges are something that the INTJ likes overcoming and taking on the tasks that come with them, but there are some things that get exhausting over time. While we all face challenges and hardships in life, they are typically unique to each individual. What one person thinks is difficult, another may find simple and easy. Knowing about our challenges can help us conquer them or find ways to alleviate the frustrations we can experience in these areas. What are your thoughts or experiences with these INTJ struggles? Leave a comment and let me know. You've got this, now go get it done. Grab yourself some more brain food to help you level up your life and click on one of the videos on your screen right now.